Hey everyone, so the biggest question that we get asked all the time through emails and comments and things like that is, what do you use for internet when you're on the road?
And why do people ask that question? I know for some hardcore RVers, you get away to be not connected,
Right.
but the reality is we live in a connected world. And for many RVers, not having an internet connection is a deal breaker.
Well, if they're full-time and you're working from the road, or you have kids that are homeschooled on the road, or you're uploading to YouTube on the road, or you just want to be connected to your family on the road.
Yeah, it's a big deal. And there's many different options out there as the years progress. I mean, even we've been RVing now for what, 6 years or so? From 6 years ago, it has changed a lot. We did quite a few videos. This is probably our third or fourth update to our internet connection. 2022, we were using a custom router that we had made using the AT&T FirstNet network. And that's FirstNet is only for first responders. It gives you unlimited, unthrottled, priority, high-speed internet. But again, that's only for first responders.
Right, so that's the drawback, is that not everyone is available to get that. But in this video, we have something for you that is available to everyone. So we were recently contacted by Nomad Internet. You may have heard of them. They are one of the largest third-party internet providers in the country. They have over 20,000 customers.
Yeah, they were started in 2017, really grew when COVID hit, and they're one of the go-to companies for RVers. They're very well known. A lot of good reviews, a lot of bad reviews, and we're going to talk about that a little bit later, but they, like MJ said, they did reach out to us. We agreed to get the equipment and to try it and review it as we see fit. And that's going to be including what the hardware is, how the network is, and more important, how their customer service is, which is really, really important.
So one of the biggest changes for Nomad Internet for 2023 is that they are exclusive to the Verizon network, meaning it will only work with Verizon.
And if you remember Nomad, previously they had like an AT&T plan and a T-Mobile plan, but that has changed. And I think that's a good thing because Verizon is the largest network in America. It has the most coverage and they have a lot of 5G coverage, and it's very good data speeds and good coverage. So we're going to tell you what the results are. First of all, we're going to get into the actual hardware. They offer different options, but we're going to talk about the specific one for RVers. So the first thing that's the most important, guys, is the hardware. And you have a difference between hardware and software, and they both have to connect, right? It's a symphony, it's a dance between the two. If you have great hardware, crappy software, crappy network, things don't work right. Starting with the hardware, they have different options. Like I said, the one for RVs is going to be the Nomad Air. That's what they name it. This is the actual
Geek Alert.
Geek Alert. This is why I talk about it.
Yes, you love it.
She lets me do this. This is where I get off. So the actual unit itself, this is a Inseego Wavemaker. This is the FX2000, and they put their Nomad sticker, clever marketing, but you can find these online. These are quite expensive. This is a really good router. I've been carrying this around now to and from work for a couple of weeks. Things I really like about this is an LED light here, right? Obviously now it's unplugged. LED light right here. That LED light tells you what's going on. So let's talk about what that LED light means. When you first plug the unit in, it's going to be blinking red. Red means that it's booting up. If it's a solid red, that means one of two things. Either your SIM card is bad or you have no signal. Then you have a yellow light. And another beautiful thing about this unit is that it does updates on its own. So it does its own software update. So when that light is yellow, that means it's doing a software update. You then have blue lights and green lights. When this light is a solid blue, that means you have a good 5G signal. That means 3 to 5 bars. If it's a blinking blue, you have a weak 5G signal, 1 to 2 bars. If it's a solid green LED, that means you have a good 4G signal, 3 to 5 bars. And if it's a blinking solid green, you have a weak 4G signal, which means 1 to 2 bars. For the most part, again, we're in northern New Jersey, really good coverage up here. Not so much where we live right now, but for the most part, it's been a solid or blinking blue. We've been getting really good speeds, and we'll talk about that a little bit later. On the back of this, you have 2 TS9 ports. Well, actually, it'll be 4. So there's 2 on this side, 2 on this side. I should pop one of these off so you can see it. And those are external antenna ports. So you can. This actually has 4x4 MIMO. So if we wanted to connect this to our roof mounted antenna to get a better signal, we can do that. You also have, this is dual SIM capable. So I said earlier that Nomad is only on Verizon, but if you want to put another SIM card in here, from my understanding, I could be wrong, but from my understanding, you can add another SIM card here from another carrier if you wish so. So it gives you a little redundancy. If you're in a place that doesn't have good Verizon, has good AT&T or vice versa, that's really helpful. You have a LAN port, nice if you want to hardwire things. And then behind this cover here is a USB-C input, which is really nice. Now, this works on your AC power. This is a plug-in right here, but they do offer another option for a battery, which we'll talk about a little bit later. On the inside, this has a Cat22 modem. It is also Wi-Fi 6. So Cat22, like I said, the hardware and the software have to work together. It gives you really high download and upload speeds, and I'm going to show you those speeds a little bit later. And then the Wi-Fi 6.
Hang on, I'm going to straighten your pocket protector.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, go ahead.
I thought a bug on me. Then with the Wi-Fi 6, it's going to give you a greater range. It's going to give you higher download speeds on the Wi-Fi, and it also supports up to 30 different devices connected. Of course, you can go in, you can dial in, you go into the web address for here, you can change your password, you can set up limits, you can block certain things, you can set up a guest network. You have all the security options are available on here. So I'm really impressed by the hardware. Now, Nomad wireless, Nomad internet, you don't actually buy the unit. You have a one-time membership fee. So for this particular, the Nomad Air, it's $299. And then the data plans, and this is for true unlimited, true unthrottled, is $129 a month. And you might ask yourself, what does that mean? What does that mean? True unlimited, true unthrottled. So unlimited internet, kind of self-explanatory. You have unlimited internet. Unthrottled is the key. So you may have unlimited internet with other carriers or other services, but they're capped at maybe 500 gigs or 800 gigs or whatever. And then what they do is they throttle it. So yes, you have unlimited internet, but once you hit a certain point, they bring the speeds down to it's almost unusable. So this right here, I have been streaming 8+ hours at testing it, 8+ hours a day for numerous days, and it has not hiccuped. I had one software update. I had one time that I had to reboot it, but that's with everything, guys. We had to do that with every single router we ever had. We had to do that with our hardline at home. Sometimes we just have to reboot it, but it's been very impressive in motion, also while stationary.
Okay, it's my turn to geek out now. Now, I'm not as good of a geek as Izzy, but I'll do my best here. So if you get the Nomad Air, as Izzy showed you, this is what you get. So this is $299. For those of you that may want a little extra, where you're more mobile, say you like tent camping.
More freedom.
More freedom, yes, or you hike or things like that. This is probably gonna be a good choice for you. Now, this is an upcharge, but let's go over what this is. This is called the Nomad Air Travel, and you're going to get this awesome carry bag with it. So what's in here is great, and this is where the magic is. So you have this 60,000 milliamp battery. This is going to plug into your Nomad, which is going to power this for you. Okay, now you have a power switch right here, so you can see it's turned on. So the power is going to your Nomad Air.
It's starting to boot.
Right. Now the beauty of this, now Izzy has been using this for how long?
I used it since 4 in the morning. Right now it's 6:20 p.m.
p.m.
And
right.
I've been streaming all day.
Right. So look at what's left here.
You gotta hit the little button here.
Okay. So 93%. And that's now 14 hours only at 93%. So this can last up to...
Say 1 week.
Up to 1 week.
Plus you can charge your phone on that too, because
Yep.
it has a connection to charge your phone.
And it also, in the front here, you're going to have, this is going to charge up the battery. Everything fits in the bag here. So we got the router, the battery, and all your cords and everything that you need. So you can just zip up here. So off you go on your hike. This is going to come over here. You have 2 magnetic clips right there, and we're off. And the upgrade for this Nomad Air Travel Bag is $200.
So let's talk about the plans. The Traveler plan, the RV plan, it's $129 a month, like I said earlier. Again, unlimited, unthrottled, high-speed internet. But what's really cool about it is that there's no contract, there's no credit check. You have 30 days to try it risk-free. If you don't like it, you return it. But what's also awesome is that it's made for RVers, right? So most RVers are not RVing all the time. For us, we don't RV from what, November through this year, it's going to be late March. Why should we be paying every month $129? Well, you can pause it. You just call them, you get that 30-day window, contact them, pause it, and you don't have to pay for it, no penalty. And then when you want to restart, you just start it up again. Now, how does this compare to other plans out there? Well, Starlink is $150 a month. Their equipment is approximately $599 for the stationary. I just told you this was $299 to get it, $129 a month. If you want to do your upgrade and you want to make it travel, it's going to be an extra $200, but you get in motion with this, which is pretty awesome. Now let's talk about speeds, because that's going to be the question. What are the speeds? You're comparing it to Starlink. The speeds are pretty damn impressive. So if you watched our other videos, AT&T FirstNet, again, AT&T network priority, we get 5 bars. We get 100, 120 down. The upload was kind of weak. We'd get maybe like 15 to 20. This thing, because this has the C-band, right? So this is C-band capable on Verizon C-band, which allows longer connection as far as a distance, as well as greater download speeds. 5 bars on this, guys. I've been to areas with 5 bars 5G. I'm getting documented 200 plus meg download and 30 plus, 35 plus upload. It is pretty damn fast and pretty impressive, and it's been consistent. Like, I wanted to test it for several weeks to make sure it's not just like this, you know, it's pretty consistent. If I am on a weak 5G, I'm getting anywhere from 80 to 100 down, 5 to 10 up, sometimes 15, but it blows away anything we've ever had. We're certainly gonna be keeping this as a secondary option on Nelly. Now you may be asking yourself, well, if it's so good, why are you keeping it as a secondary or a primary? Well, here's the reason. I just explained to you. Internet is only as good as your hardware, software, and your network connection. There's going to be places, namely where we are right now, where we live, that Verizon is terrible, and it has nothing to do with Nomad. We have Verizon cell phones. We had to switch over to AT&T because we just don't get a signal. The tower is too far. At home, our AT&T works great. We've been to places where AT&T is terrible, and I have to use a Verizon phone to stream off the phone. So now we're going to keep this guy. We have our AT&T. No matter where we go, the only one we're missing is T-Mobile, but I think if you're covered with AT&T and Verizon, you're pretty good. Anywhere we go with a cellular signal, more than likely we're going to have a really strong connection. And this moves on to a greater point, guys. There's no perfect solution. We want to give you different options out there. If internet is that critical to you, you need different tools in the toolbox. So if you are out where there's no cellular signal, it doesn't matter what carrier you have, it ain't going to work. That's where Starlink's going to come in. You have that clear open shot of the sky. However, we did a video about Starlink and its connection. We'll link that above. If you're in places like in the Northeast where there's a lot of tree coverage, Starlink is essentially useless. That's where something like this is going to come in, because you're going to have cellular signal. That's how you're going to get your internet. If you're going down the road and you're moving, unless you're going to spring for that $2,500 in-motion Starlink satellite, something like this is going to be what you want. If you're going hiking and you need internet, can't bring the Starlink with you.
Like an umbrella?
This is where something like this is going to come in. So we just want you guys to understand, there's not one shot that's going to kill everything, right? You need different tools in the toolbox.
So we already know what a lot of you are going to say. You're going to say, I Googled them, and there are tons of bad reviews about customer service.
And
now,
you would be right.
Yes, correct. When we were first approached, this is one of the first things that we brought up to them that was a concern to us. And they assured us that they are putting a lot of time and effort into improving their customer service.
Yeah, again, we're going to try it. We're going to give an honest review. That's what if it's bad, we're going to tell you it's bad. And if it's good, we're going to tell you that there's problems, there's problems. It's been really good so far. Now let's talk about customer service, because I don't often, I'm very cynical of things. I don't often take people's word.
The cop mentality, yes.
Couple things. They have a Nomad internet app, which is downloadable on the iOS store as well as the Google Play Store. You go on there, you can send, they have like updates on there, all kind of news and whatever. Also on there, there's a chat feature, which is the same feature if you go log into their Nomad internet. Live chat feature. I went on there. You get the automated AI first, and then they say, do you have a problem we can help you with? No, we'll try to get you a live person. I have it. We're going to put it on the screen. 7 minutes for us to get a live person. And I was actually chatting with them, and they were a live person.
Helpful. Yep.
Now, another thing, they have email. I didn't try the email service, but they have a phone number. In today's day and age, to try to speak to a human, is almost impossible. You remember what
Very
was it Travelocity?
Oh, that was like an hour.
I wanted to
put your fist to the
hurt
wall.
the person on the other side of the phone because it was over an hour.
It's very frustrating.
So I know Starlink, that doesn't even exist. They don't have a contact phone number. Everything's through email. Nomad has a contact phone number. So I always said to myself, well, is this just a BS number? I call the number. You get the automated answering. You have the different options. Do you want to speak to a live person? Yes. I had a live person on the line, recorded, which we'll put in here. I had them within 90 seconds.
Yeah.
Thank you for calling Nomad. This is Heather. How can I help you?
Hi, Heather. I just had a quick question. I was interested in your internet service. I just wanted to make sure you guys actually had somebody to speak to. So you answered the phone. That's good. I appreciate it.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
That's pretty impressive for me.
And it shows that
Because nobody even has phones now.
Right.
They don't even answer the phone.
Or they do, or they just don't answer, and you're waiting and you're hitting 16 different options and you just can't get a person on the phone. So the fact that they're really trying to improve their customer service reputation is really important. And that's what we like to see.
Yeah, now we can only speak for what we're experiencing now. We have this for several months. If it just craps, then we're going to do an update video that it just crapped. But as of right now, for the past several weeks, it is working really well.
And you know we love to do update videos.
We do. If they're bad, we will do an update video.
Because we are consumers and we care about the consumer. So we will be 100% honest throughout this process. And I'm excited to see how it plays out.
Yeah, so we have obviously a affiliate link. We will link that below. That affiliate link, if you use the discount code ENDLESS10, you get 10% off of your purchase. So $299, that saves you like $30 almost. Pretty cool. For the price, guys, it's really good. I know for that custom router that we got, I paid almost $600 for that.
Yeah.
$299. Per se, you don't own it, but if you don't have the service, then why even keep it? Another thing, guys, that's really important, one of the big complaints that we have read as far as money not getting refunded, there is a process when you cancel. We'll put the link below. If you want to cancel, you have to email them, and then once you send the equipment back in, then they cancel the service because it's technically their equipment. So in the comments below, guys, let us know, have you used Nomad? I'm sure there's people that have really good reviews.
Like with anything.
Really bad reviews. But if you watch YouTube, there's a bunch of other influencers that have been using it. And we reached out to one other influencer to see what it was, and they're like, no, it works really well. So again, we were kind of hesitant, but we've been happy with it. So if you like videos like this, to the left of us, we'll put our RV DIY playlist or RV newbies playlist.
We should make an RV geek playlist, really. We should
that's
really do that.
Yeah.
We're going to get on that.
And we're actually going to be hitting the road in about 2 weeks, and we're really going to be putting them to the test around different parts of the country, which is pretty awesome. And myself and MJ is a journey of a lifetime, and we'll see you on the road.